'Di ba merong mga tao na feeling mo pagkasama mo sila, parang wala talaga sila dun in a sense that parang physically present but mentally absent. Yon, mentally elsewhere, sabi nga nila. Actually, huwag na tayo lumayo. Huwag na natin tingnan yung ibang tao and tingnan na lang siguro natin yung sarili natin. Ako, I am guilty of that. Sometimes, when I am in meetings, ganyan, may side chat, may mga side chat sa Messenger, nag-iingat para hindi sa Zoom reply to everyone, yung mga ganon. Parang wala naman talaga sa meeting, merong ibang inaatupag. Not just in meeting, siguro if you are a student, ganun din yung ginagawa mo sa class, are you being present or meron ka ring ibang ginagawa on the side. Lalo na yung mga naka-off yung camera, mas prone to doing other things. Kaya minsan nakaka-down din ng energy if kunwari you're the speaker, you're the facilitator, or even the teacher, and then you're not seeing the people have their cameras on. Siyempre, mag-overthink ka, ano ba yan, nakikinig ba talaga sila or what? Especially when everything went digitalized. Lahat naging online na. Mas madaling gumawa ng kung ano-ano on the side while being in a meeting or in a class. Pero if we go back as well sa face-to-face encounters, nangyayari pa rin siya eh. We still reach out for our phones, may kausap tayo, pero hindi natin maiwasan tingnan yung notifications pag may mag-ring lang or whatsoever, 'di ba? I am guilty of that as well. And I believe there are circumstances na nagiging reason yon for arguments, discussions, or di kaya conflicts, or di kaya problems kasi hindi focus sa present or naglipa na yung utak natin kung saan-saan. So, if like me, you want to avoid conflicts brought about by the situations that I've mentioned earlier, welcome to another episode. I am May with an H, and this is Raising Our Awareness on Being With. So, right off the bat, being with is another term for being present or being in the now, meaning you are mindful of what's happening around you, you're alert, and if anything happens, you know how to respond to the situation more effectively. Kasi alam mo yung mga pangyayari sa paligid mo. And today, this is actually the first episode that I will be having a guest. And I believe that he is the perfect person to talk about being with based on my experience with him and also my friends and family. Sinasabi na sobrang in the moment lang niya. You won't see him pick up his phone or whatsoever from time to time. Pag may mga gathering, talaga nakikinig siya, actively listening to you, kuha niya yung attention mo and hindi siya parang nagzo-zone out basta-basta. So without further ado, I would like to welcome my partner, Nico Fedishin! Did I say that correctly?
Ba't dapat lang?
Hello! Okay.
Parang tagal natin din nakita.
kahit
Kahit
magkasama
ilang
natin.
araw na tayo kasama. Okay.
Okay. So, can you please introduce yourself first? Come closer to the mic.
Saan ako titingin? Wait lang.
Here.
Sa taas.
There. Okay.
Hi, I'm Nico with an N. Hi, I'm Nico Fedishin. I'm May's boyfriend. And we've been together, we've been talking since a year, but we've been boyfriend and girlfriend since November. I live in Coron, Palawan. I've been here since 1999. So, Filipino na rin ako. May, ano ba, audience mo, Tagalog o English?
Both.
Both, sige. So, Taglish na lang.
Okay, go.
Yeah, so I've been here quite a long time. And I'm a dive instructor. So I've been working in the dive industry since I've graduated from university. Same with May from De La Salle University. That's why we're wearing green today. Yeah. Green. Pati yung background medyo greenish shade.
No, it's not. Okay. Anything else that you want to say about yourself?
About myself, no, I think that's it. We'll just fit in some stuff along the podcast, along the way.
Okay, thank you. I have my first question for you. So again, this episode is raising our awareness on being with, so being present in the now.
I think I'm aware of what we're...
Okay. So my first question is, how do you practice being in the now?
Hi, I think, first of all, I think what really helps me is I'm not good at multitasking. So,
Okay.
hindi ako magaling sa multitasking. So, I have to finish one thing first before I can proceed to the next thing. So, if I start doing something else, I'm gonna be in total chaos. I think that's just ano lang. I think that helps me a lot because I need to finish something first before I go to the next thing. Also, I'm German. We get things done. I think that's also from my family. Comes down from family because we want to get things done before we move on to the next thing, which is why I'm also kind of frustrated siguro when I'm in Coron and there's not a lot of things done by the government, for example, like roads. I want to get things done. That's why it's so frustrating sometimes. I'm sorry, Philippines, pero nakaka-frustrate sobra. Yeah, it comes down from those things. But how do I be in the now? I'm a dive instructor, di ba?
Okay.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Aware ka?
Yes. Aware ako.
Aware ka. In diving, I really have to focus on what I'm doing
Hmm.
kasi I have to be prepared in a split second something can happen. So I have to be in the now talaga. I have to focus on being in the moment so that I can focus on my students, focus on the situations underwater, ganun. And I think that really improved my being in the now. How about you? Binili kang question sa'yo. How about you? How do you be in the now? What helps you be in the now?
Meditation.
Meditation.
No, yun.
Mansik pala ako ngayon.
Hey!
Sorry.
No, actually, yung sinabi mo, I can relate to that. I'm practicing not being a multitasker. Kasi you know me.
Yes, I know you.
My mind as a Gemini and an air sign.
True, true.
As an air sign na laging ang daming iniisip. Ginagawa ko pa lang 'to, gusto ko nang may gawin the next thing.
Yes.
So, he actually helps me ground myself whenever I
Marami kang
say
gustong gawin.
yes, whenever I want to do a lot of things, parang he would say,
Get one thing done first, and then you can figure out if after a while you can figure out if you really like this thing. You can continue doing it. If not, then well, you can always go for something else until you figure out your path. Ganon.
yes, and also kasi it gets overwhelming.
And you get frustrated. You get
Yes.
frustrated because you think, I'm not doing too many things. I wanna get so much done. Pero you're actually getting a lot done. Like for example, yung sa candles mo.
Lagot tayo, pinagalitan
Yung
ako.
candles mo, ang ganda ng progress mo. Tapos naghinto ka lang konti. Sabi, ay, kasi may ginawa ka ng ibang mga stuff. Nagpunta kang Coron. Naggawa ka ng mga ibang bagay. Tapos biglang akala mo, oh my God, babe, I wanna get so much done. Blah, blah. Pero you actually get a lot done. You just divide your focus to different things. That's why nakakonti. You think you get less done.
Yes, so I think what I'm getting from what you're saying is I should start even for you
Bakit ako
guys.
yung
Oo
ano?
nga eh, ikaw ba yung
Hindi.
coach Nico? No, he calls me out whenever that happens kasi ako rin naman yung naapektuhan. Na I get overwhelmed and then I self-sabotage like kung ano-ano yung mga negative self-talk na sinasabi ko. Yun, kasi ang dami ko ngang hindi nagagawa. So, being present, what I do, yun nga, I avoid multitasking. So, as much as possible, I time myself. Okay? It's either I use my watch. You see that, diba? I use my watch or meron akong timer on my laptop na, okay, for 30 minutes, this is what I'm gonna write or this is what I'm gonna do. And then, the next hour, ito yung mga gagawin ko. So, time blocking.
The past few weeks,
Mhm.
it really helped you, I think, in terms of growing yourself and being more comfortable in focusing on something first before you move on to something else. I think it helped you. Yung sa pag-timing.
Growth.
Yeah.
Yes, growth. So, yes, yung sinabi mo na the past few weeks, kaya siya nakatulong sa akin. Kasi other than having my timer, is setting the structure for my daily routine and
Oh,
my
yeah.
daily
Oo.
activity. Diba? Parang, okay, I have set my intention to reach this followers, followings, ganyan, o di kaya to put out episodes kung
Mm.
ilan numbers, but I let that go and then I focus on the daily activities like talking to one client a day or di kaya posting the number of videos per day. Apart from the time blocking is also having that daily structure kasi it narrows down the things that are most important for me to be able to get towards my intention or my goals or my targets. Yun talaga yun. So, you wanna check in with yourself as well. Ano ba yung intention mo, what you wanna get or what you wanna manifest in your life? And then, what are the most important steps that you need to have or you need to do on a day-to-day basis for you to be able to get there. And I think not just that, also the values, 'di ba? You would see or you would hear us always say different values sa namin ina-anchor. Kasi if it's just doing things because I need to comply, then it's shallow and it's not sustainable in the long run. But if you ground it, like for example, I'm working on responsibility or integrity. When no one's watching, mag-work out pa rin ba ako?
Agree on the structure thing. That's why siguro I'm also always in the now. Kasi in diving, for example, we have this structure that okay, we start work at 6:30. We know we have to load the boat until like 7:30, and then we know we pick up the guests at 8. And then once we're at the boat, we know exactly what to do now. We start the briefing.
Briefing.
We favorite name briefing. Start the briefing. We brief our guests then individually, and then we do equipment. So may naka-line up lang yan eh. So there is a structure every day. For example, tomorrow, I'm, I'm flying back home at 6 a.m. But I'm not so worried because I know what I have to do on the boat already. I know I have a
Exactly.
structure now, and that's how I be in the now. Ganun example ko.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, talaga.
I, I love this. You should start your own show.
Ay, nako.
Okay. Ayan. See, look at me suggesting what to do again. May gagawin ulit. Bago na naman. Okay, so thank you. Yan, just checking in with yourself again, having that structure that will work for you. And it's having yung pagka nagkakaroon ka ng structure, you also get to see what is working and what could work
Yes,
better.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why nag-promote ng dive shop. That's
Okay.
why we've been open since 2007. Because we know the structure now, so we know what didn't work in the past.
Yeah.
And what is working for us now. We keep doing it. We keep trying new things. Then, like for example, we started giving T-shirts to guests, free T-shirts and all, and we see then that gives us back good reviews, and also you can try new things, but focus on what is working, and then yeah, just keep going with that.
Improving.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
improving then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
that.
so
Bago tayo pumunta pala sa second question, gusto ko lang din i-emphasize na being in the now means being fully present, that you don't have fear about the future, you don't worry about the future, o di kaya you're not pondering too much on the past na parang it holds you back from moving forward. And that takes us away, or that robs us of the now. So ikaw din, you want to raise your awareness. Ano ba yung usually kumukuha ng attention mo for you to not be in the now? Do you think more on the future? O di kaya lagi ka bang bumabalik sa nakaraan? Lagi na lang, yung nangyari dati, ganun na lang ba?
Pinapatamaan mo.
No. Okay, the next question is, next question is the next question is, have you ever encountered conflicts because you were not present, or any problems kasi nasa iba yung utak mo?
Sa iba yung utak ko. Yeah, of course. I'm sure you remember quite clearly nung nandun yung friends ko sa Coron. And it was very difficult for me to focus on what's this, keeping the same amount of conversation that we have every day when my friends were there compared to when they weren't. So things like that really yeah, I'm sorry. Parang pero things like that, it's difficult.
apology.
That's why it can be a bit difficult to be in the now, and forgetting your surroundings then. So forgetting things that still are important, ganon. So being in the now also you have to make sure then na you don't forget about certain things then that are important to you. For example, yeah, yun. When my friends are over, like, okay, yeah, they're over, pero you should still update your girlfriend, ganon, or update your family. Galit na yung Batangas, no? Walang signal. Mga 24 hours ata, walang signal.
Off
Tapos
the
biglang
grid.
nag-message si mama, saan ka ba? Wala kasing signal eh. Oo.
Burit.
Dapat nagsabi ako before, sabi ko,
Yeah.
I forgot to tell her I'm going to Batangas. Tapos ano yun, sabi niya, burit.
Burit.
Burit daw ako.
Burit means
Sorry. Ako nga pala, Philippine. Burit means liar, ganun para
yeah.
liar. Pero she meant it as a joke, of course. But yeah, as I've said, you still have to focus on things that matter.
Okay, ako
Ikaw, take mo. Anong
ang
take mo dyan?
ano, sige to.
Hindi,
I like when you ask us.
anong take mo dyan?
My take, I love that you brought up na kailangan mo pa rin maging mindful sa pwedeng maging Yes, the word is mindful. So,
So,
pwedeng maging mangyari. Like, for
mm,
example, you should have updated your mom, di
mm,
ba,
yeah.
beforehand. Tapos, yan kasi, yun yung nangyayari kapag hindi ka be with, hindi mo nakikita or hindi mo na-foresee kasi yun yung ewan ko, yun yung gift din ng ano, ng being present na mas nakikita mo in advance tapos mas
Mm,
nakakapag-suggest ka or nakaka-take ka ng actions to avoid conflicts or to avoid problems, yung mga ganun. Like for example, kung nung isang araw naging be with lang ako, eh di na-notice ko na sana na the dogs were so noisy,
mm,
noisy. Ang kulit nila lahat kasi mga in-heat, ganyan.
ah,
Kung within the day napansin ko na yon and I was mindful enough to make a decision on how I can improve the situation, eh di sana lumipat kami sa kabilang unit ng mas maaga.
mm,
Yung gano'n, hindi na yung kailangan pang abutin ng 10 PM, ng 11 PM para
yeah.
lumipat. Eh,
Yeah.
di nag-suffer din yung sleep ko,
Mm,
nag-suffer din yung mga gano'n, 'di ba? So, yun yung take ko dun na parang mas nakikita mo kasi kung ano yung paano mo ma-improve or paano maging better yung situation kapagka present ka.
that's true. Like preparing yourself in advance then for things.
Yun.
Not really overdoing it, pero like being,
Yes, not overdoing it,
pero
yeah.
like being aware of, okay, so for example, you have work tomorrow, there's a storm, things like that. Like, you have to be prepared. Okay, I have to bring a rain jacket, for example.
Yeah.
That also helps you be in the now, because you're not gonna be distracted by anything. For example, oh shit, I'm wet. I'm sorry. Can I say shit on the show? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, for example, you're at work and you're wet. Oh, that, you think you can focus on work when you're wet? When you're wet at work? No, you have to be prepared for that. For example, you
But
bring a rain jacket.
you're diving.
I'm not I'm not relating it to diving anymore. Parang diving na pero pag-usapan ko eh. But I meant like, being prepared. Okay, sige, diving na naman. Okay, like be prepared lang. Have your studying materials with you
Yeah.
para you're in the now. It helps you a lot to be prepared in advance. In your case, meditating then
Yes.
might help. So you meditate in the morning, so at least you get your head
Grounded.
straight, you're grounded for
Yes.
the day, and that really helps you for sure being in the now.
Yes, definitely. So
Nice
stay
topic.
grounded. Yes. Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, ang check-in question natin dito can be, what do you think are the problems? Kayo rin, sagutin niyo yung tanong, ano yung mga problems or conflicts na na-encounter nyo because you're not present? Or absent-minded? Alam mo yung mga simple things like, napaso ka kasi your mind is elsewhere or di kaya
Iniisip niyo si crush,
nagde-daydream ka,
oo,
ganyan.
nagde-daydream.
Tapos, yung
Nangyari sa akin yun, lalo na inisip kita dati. Ah, tananan,
Tinininininin.
tanananan, tananan. Oh, baka di ka
Okay.
makarelate.
Okay, yan. May sarili kasi siyang soundtrack niya.
Uy, sa Palawan maraming tutugtog doon.
Simple things like that. Ano yung mga na-experience niyo na doesn't have to be sobrang laking problema. Minsan yun nga, yung parang napaso ka o di kaya natapelok ka just, or may nasagi kang tao just because you're not present. And usually ganun nangyayari, di ba? Sa mga mall. O di kaya
Oo,
pag
kasi
naglalakad.
nagde-daydream.
Sa lakad mall mo, o di kaya ang dami
Nagde-daydream.
mong iniisip kaya nakakabangga ka.
Or
Ganun.
nahulog ka sa ano to, yung sa
Manhole.
manhole.
Cartoon
Nangyari
yan.
na yun sa akin eh, sa
Ay.
koron. Nahulog sa manhole.
Kasi sino ba inisip mo?
Ay, matagal na yun, hindi ko
Matagal na
maalala.
yun. Dapat lang.
Wow.
Okay. Earlier, you mentioned yung when your friends came over
Mm.
your place. You said na you still have to be mindful of the other things. Hindi lang yung kung ano yung present and visible to you, like
Yes.
yung sa surroundings mo. Immediate
Why
surroundings
do you
mo
put
at
it
the
so
moment.
well? When you say it sounds so beautiful, when I say it sounds like it's like a 3-year-old is talking in front of the camera. That's okay. Sige.
Okay, so the question is, how do you make your relationship work
Mm.
given that you give 100% of your attention when you are with people, di kaya when you are with guests, or in that case, when you are with your friends? Kasi backstory, before you answer that, backstory, or not backstory, just for more context. Si Nico kasi, whenever he's out, like with friends or with family, dinner setting, talagang nandun lang yung attention niya.
Unless boring yung Unless boring yung kasama ko.
Pero nandun lang yung attention niya. Nakikinig talaga siya, actively listening. You would see sa kanya na he's very attentive. Well,
Kahit introvert.
kahit introvert siya.
Siguro attentive kasi ayokong
Magsalita.
biglang tanongin kasi nangyari sa akin, tinatanong ako bigla tapos kahit hindi nakakatawa. Tatawa ka na lang kasi hindi mo naintindihan yung sinasabi nila.
Oo.
Pero yeah, I'm trying my best.
Yes. So, yun yung reason bakit siya rin yung nandito sa show. So, the question is, paano ka magiging fully present with your friends, but still, let's say, reassuring
Mm.
to your partner?
I think that was difficult for me kasi I'm always a person in the now. Hindi naman sana nakakalimutan kita. Wow! Naging ano to? Jessica
Ano?
Soho ba yun? Hindi. Ano ba yun? Basta may show yun, parang nag-open up sila. Anyways, hindi naman sana nakakalimutan kita. Pero
Mm.
like, I don't want to hold my phone in the middle
Yes.
of, for example, sa atin din, minsan nakikita mo nagtatampo ako, di ba? Lagi natin hawak yung phone natin,
Mhm.
ganon. So, minsan, ayoko talagang maghawak ng phone all the time. I literally don't hold my phone. Naalala mo yung last day of diving ko sa Coron bago pumunta dito?
Ah.
I had my phone on the entire day pala. I never touched my phone the entire day during the course. Tapos when I opened the phone, it was like 6% na lang, ganun.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
halatang I don't use my phone talaga on the boat. And it also comes to when my friends were over, I haven't seen them in so long, and they were only there for I think 4 days. No, yeah, 4 days. And sobrang jam-packed na schedule namin every
Mhm.
day. And I was so tired. Now we did so many things, and it was just I was updating you naman, but it was difficult then to talk to them and then update, talk, update. I think that's something I still have to work on then
Mhm.
is lumaki yung mata niya eh. I have to work on then is being in the now but still being aware of ang ganda ng pagsabi mo, being aware of the surroundings. I like what you do though. Alam ko super busy mo lagi sa abundance classes mo or sa ganon. But after when you're finished, you send me pictures, ganon, or selfie.
Selfie.
Or you go baby poop 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 or something like that,
Yeah.
like you make up for it. So I think that's also what's beautiful about our relationship is that we make up for time lost, ganun ba, time
Mhm.
lost, tama ba yun? Pero yeah, we make up for it after being busy, ganun. For example, I'm busy all day then during work, but then at night time I wanna just go watch Stranger Things with you, even though I'm tired, or I make up for it by coming here to Manila, asking my mom to take over muna for a few days. Hindi naman nag-ano, pero we always make up for it. Or
Are you
you,
keeping score?
no, we're not keeping score. Ikaw,
Yeah.
pumunta rin siya sa Coron for a month, and then it was fun din kasi we had a lot of time together. But yeah, we know we have to focus on our works. We have to do our own tasks, but in the end, we still come back to each other. We still come back to each other when the day is done, or when that event is done. And I think that's what's beautiful about our relationship is that we can relax, we can trust each other. Because at the end of the day, we know that we were still on each other's minds. Like you said, kanina tinanong kita kung you have an event in a few days, and then you said, ano, I'm still on your mind. I mean, I can't, use my phone all the time. Pero lalo na pag boring sa ilalim ng tubig, I still think of you a lot. Pero hindi naman pwedeng gamitin yung cellphone ko sa ilalim, di ba? Things like that. Wala na, nawala na yung train of thought ko. Yeah, you get my point.
Yes, I
Yes.
get your point.
How about
And
for you? I want to hear your thoughts on this.
wow.
Oh.
Kakakinig mo yan sa meetings ko eh.
Mm.
Okay, for me, I think what's definitely working is you update beforehand. So, hindi kayong super lost kung anong mangyayari sa isang araw. Like, for example, you even sent your itinerary for the 4-day
Mm.
trip with your friend.
Mm.
And before your day starts, you would say, ito yung lineup ng gagawin mo. Parang, okay, meron akong, even when you're diving, you would say that the vote?
The boat is
The
sleeping.
vote?
The boat is sleeping.
The,
This is it. I cannot message anymore. Madami na akong gagawin. Ay, same with you naman you send me nga yung times pa nga ng meetings mo.
yes.
Para na, pero nakakalimutan ka rin halfway through. Babe, nasa meeting ako. Hindi ko kasi nalista yung,
He would call.
alam ko may meeting ka, pero hindi ko alam anong oras, nakakalimutan ko
Yeah.
lagi.
That's why I started listing,
Babe,
diba?
I'm in the middle of the meeting.
I would
Kahit,
answer him.
kahit nag-Google Calendar na tayo dati, naglalagay ka pa ba ng meetings doon sa Google
Yeah,
Calendar?
we still,
Okay,
we still
sige.
write.
Hindi ako aware. Ayun, raising
Yes.
your awareness
Raising
on
your awareness.
being aware that she still puts it on Google Calendar. Sige.
Yes.
Sorry.
Because I'm calendar dependent.
Mm.
So, ayun, communication.
Mm.
Yun, letting your partner know kung anong ganap mo, who would you meet, ganyan,
Mm.
saan,
Mm.
saan
Sinong
usually online.
kasama? Ilang lalaki? Single ba sila? Joke lang. Joke lang.
Hindi naman gano'n. Though, hindi naman required na sabihin kung single sila or what.
Joke
Pero,
lang.
it's an added reassurance.
Mm.
I don't know. Ako din
Yung
sinasabi ko,
ginagawa ni Babe, ay, pwede ba kita tawagin Babe dito?
nugget.
Yung ginagawa ni Nugget, yung ginagawa ni May is, sinasabi niya, this is, and
The
yung girlfriend ni,
backstory?
biglang may backstory, parang, alam kong she's reassuring me na, okay, this guy is, he's safe, ganon, he
Yeah.
knows, and, I told him about you, ganon.
Yeah.
You always do that, and I think I appreciate that a lot about you. Same with me, when I have guests, ganon, na, kunya may babae, sabihin ko, may couple sila. Kasi
Couples.
I always get couples, just to make sure that you're comfortable.
Communication and just being transparent. Kasi, there's no need to hide anything, 'di ba?
Yes.
And yun, kaya siguro comfortable din ako. Though, I must admit, 'di ba, nakakatampo in a way na, ano nangyayari? Hindi siya nakapag-message, nakauwi pa siya. Pero sometimes it's coming from worry din.
Mm.
Na usually at this time, nakauwi ka na or nakabalik ka na sa
Mm.
shop,
Yeah.
ganyan. Pero wala pa rin ako na-receive na
Mm.
message. O di kaya, I would call, say, asking if nakauwi na, ganyan. It's not just because I'm policing you or anong ginagawa mo, naghihinala.
Hindi
Parang
naman tayo
ganon.
pumunta sa extent na, babe, bigyan mo password mo para makita ko yung messenger mo.
Yes!
Or, nasaan ka? Nakikita ko sa Google Maps, nasa dive shop ka na, gano'n.
OA ng Google
OA.
Maps. Ikaw yun.
Yeah.
Hindi ako nag-Google Maps.
Sample
Ikaw
lang
yun.
ba? Hindi ko lang kung may gano'n. Pero like, alam ko mga
May
observe.
location.
Kasi, hindi ko alam kasi social media made me think like that when I was younger. Like, saan ka na, babe? Uchi, ako lang, babe. Ganun ba? Pero,
What? What did you say?
ha?
What did you say?
They like
Nag?
social media, like you need to control where your partner is,
Partner.
ganon.
Yeah.
Pero at least in our case, it's more of coming from worry, as you said, like
Yeah.
worry, where are you, ganon? Are you okay? Are you like you?
It's not excessive,
Yeah, I
actually.
mean, it's also you. I mean, you deserve it. You're my girlfriend. Hello, you deserve to know. Kasi of course you wanna feel. You don't wanna feel worried. Kasi that also will break your being in the now. If you're worried
Yeah,
about
worrying.
worrying. So, for example, ako din when I'm at work and you're out with friends or whatever, I can't focus properly.
Yes.
But you reassuring me and sending me updates and all that helps a lot. Me still being in the now and not being too distracted about you being out with people.
Yes, having that clarity na, ayun, you can also catch if you're not present, if you're being stressed, or, yun nga, having so much worries. Kasi I remember this line from this book, Power of Now, from Eckhart Tolle. I don't know if you've read it, but I gave it to
Tingin mo
you, the blue book.
may oras ako magbasa ng libro.
Okay, yun. Pero sabi niya doon that stress is the gap between you are here but you are wanting to be there.
Stress.
Yun. Nandito ka pero gusto mo nandun ka na. That's the reason why people become stressed or nag-worry sila. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Para sa may mga partners na nakikinig or will have like future partners, just be mindful and considerate. I think that's the word
Yeah,
then.
considerate, and it's also trusting.
Trusting.
Yeah, so you trust your partner, and if they're doing something or not updating you, or they're doing something that you feel is wrong, you can call them out. You don't have to fight, argue about it, but you can call them
Raise
out.
the awareness.
Yeah, raise their awareness on, hey, can you please message me next time, ganon, when you're home, so at least I know you're safe.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling uncomfortable if you're not messaging me when you're home, ganon.
Oh, hindi yung away agad. You
Oo,
have to
oo.
make this person know as well what you are feeling because of the action. Kasi nga, 'di ba, lagi natin sinasabi, people respond based on the level of awareness they are at.
Yes, you always say
So,
that. I think that's
yes.
good of you. I mean, we're not perfect, pero when we
Know better,
we
we
know
do better.
I wanted to say that.
Okay, sorry, go.
Ulitin na. When we know better, we do better.
Raising our awareness.
Raise your awareness. Bye, me. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, yes, the reason why I also said be considerate is you have to no, na right now you're in a relationship na hindi lang ikaw yung nasa relationship na kung anong sinabi mo, anong gagawin mo,
Mm.
you're free to do so. Yeah, you also have to consider now that you have a partner na meron ding feelings, na meron ding different awareness sa kung ano man or magiging different response sa kung anong gagawin mo. So, they also have to know kung nasan ka, yung mga ganun.
Yes, love. It's a responsibility then.
Oh,
What?
it's love, it's a
No, I said
responsibility.
love. I called you love.
Pero that's
It's kind of sort of a responsibility then. You're in a relationship, yes. So you have to also think of how is your partner feeling right now
mm,
while you're busy or while you're out with friends. And that's I think what we all can learn is, even if we are in the now,
mm.
we still be aware of, how is our family thinking, what's our partner thinking, especially in situations na, for example, yan, nawala yung signal. Imagine mo if ikaw yun or ako yun, tapos walang
Yeah.
signal, di ba? Ano ka, mag-worry ka talaga.
Yeah.
So you also have to be aware of those things.
Yes. Awareness again. Awareness is key and then take responsibility. Thank you so
Kaya
much.
nga raising your awareness.
Yes. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about how we become more present, no? Pero if there's something that you want to highlight on how people can start being more present or staying in the now or being with, ano yung share mo sa kanila?
I think it becomes a routine. I mean, you're not gonna get it right the first times, but it becomes a routine of updating your partner.
Mhm.
Also, you don't have to set a reminder or anything. I mean, it comes from the heart, naman. As long as it comes from the heart, like, oh, you're thinking about your partner, why not send them just a quick message? Can make them feel comfortable. Or like what you do, you just send a selfie while you're pooping. Is that
Okay, that's true.
but yeah, things like that. It puts a smile on my face, even though I'm being in the now, or I'm busy or doing something, and it's just you have to realize that such little things like just sending a short "I love you" or "I'm thinking of you," "missing you" can change quite a lot. Yeah. How about you? What do you think? I mean, show mo to eh. Dapat ikaw yung may alam ng mga sagot nito eh. Ako on
No?
the spot lang eh. Anong take mo dito, babe?
Ako, ang take ko dito, it always goes back to structure.
Mm.
Kasi, yung sinabi mo kanina, what I heard is, hindi mo naman kailangan ng reminder or what. Kasi for
Mm.
others, it can be a form of compliance
Mm.
kapag ka ganun. Kaya siguro sinabi mo na, you wanna do it because you want to, like by heart.
Mm.
Kaya mo siya gagawin. So, pero yung iba, I think they will have a difficult time changing this, lalo na if they are wired to do something na hindi yun yung kailangan at the moment. Like for example, yung updating nga, hindi sila sanay sa ganon. So, how can you reprogram yourself to do that? That goes back to having a structure na parang right now, kung hindi nag-work yung calendar in yung mga Google Calendar
Ah,
natin, pero that's a structure, 'di
yeah.
ba? Eh di, the next time we will have like, what, send yung pinaka gagawin throughout the day, yung mga ganun, communication.
Mm.
Okay? Bakit ko ba sinasabi yun? But parang more on relationship na siya.
Oo nga. Sino ba ako? Ba jowa?
Having a structure para you can follow it. Hindi ka lost din.
Mm.
That can ground you. Na, okay, this is what I wanna do today. Ito yung mga gusto kong i-accomplish. I will time block. For this hour, I'll be doing this, nothing else. And then this hour, basically not multitasking. That's something that you want to start practicing. I know other people would say na they are a
Multitasking.
good multitasker
Mm.
and marami silang
And
na-accomplish.
siguro may tao din na magaling sila mag-multitask even still being aware of
What's
what's
happening?
happening around them. Pero I think it's still better to focus on getting one thing done first and then moving
Yes.
on to something else because you're just more aware of everything else around you.
Yes, and the reason why siguro naging magaling na multitasker 'tong mga tao 'to kasi they already know how to handle one thing.
Mm.
So they expand themselves, so they expand their containers. Parang 'pag naging normal na sa kanila, nasanay na sila eto sa one thing na 'to, they can do it easily, that they can take in another task.
Yeah.
Yung gano'n. So, if you're just starting out to being present, number one is structure. Pangalawa, If you're still not doing meditation or grounding exercises, then you may want to do that. Simple grounding like breathing exercises or counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 10, ganyan. Kasi literal yun lang yung, yung 1 na yun, this is now. 2 is now. Gets ba? So, you can do that. Grounding exercises,
Yeah,
meditation, and
I
structure.
think don't be frustrated
Yeah.
if you can't get so much done because like my favorite line goes, you're only human. You're only
Are you
human.
human?
You're only human. Alien pala ako dito sa bansa na to. But you're only human. So I think don't be frustrated if something doesn't work out right away. Give it some time. Like our relationship, di ba? Ilang taon kitang crush, di ba? But I gave it some time and it worked out in the end. So I think you can also relate that to life itself. Like give it some time. Try it. If it doesn't work, okay. Let's move on to something else. Maybe this will work
Yes.
instead. Di ba?
Definitely. Just be present. Iwasan na gumawa ng iba't ibang bagay all at the same time. Focus on one and then try to assess. Life is a continuous learning naman. Na for this time, it's not working, then we can try this. That's how you can be more present and perfectly in the now. Anything else that you would like to say?
No, pero baka si Milo may gustong sabihin. Milo? Nakatulala lang siya. Ay, tos naman. Okay.
Okay, so I hope you guys picked up a thing or two from that. And my invitation is for you to just embrace what's happening right now. Don't think too much about the future o di kaya don't think too much about the past. And again, sabi nga sa Kung Fu Panda, diba? Yung sa...
Ano? Hindi ko
and
alam ano nagsasabi mo. Kung panda ano.
yung sinabi niya na today is a gift.
Si Turtle.
Yeah.
Today is a...
Turtle ba siya?
Oh,
Ah, yeah, yung turtle. Oh, basta, today is a gift, diba? So,
That's why it's
because
called the
that's why it's
present.
called the present.
Mm-mm.
And the present thing is the only real time that we have.
Yes.
So, be in the now.
Yes.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
If you like this episode, I hope you can share it with a friend. You can also follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Raising Our Awareness. And you can follow me on my Instagram at @maycorpus. Thank you guys. Catch you on our next episode. Once again, I am May with an H, and this is Raising Our Awareness.